Hi children, how are you? Welcome to Anshu's library. Today's topic is about microorganisms, friend and foe. So this is part 3. In last classes, I already discussed about the uses of microorganisms and about harmful microorganisms. So today's class is about food preservation. So this is one of the important topic in 8th class biology and this is chapter 2. So let's start the class food preservation. So first of all, there are several methods used to preserve and store food grains. So let us study the common methods of preserving food in our home. We have to save it from the attack of microorganisms. So actually the food is spoiled by different kind of microorganisms. There are some common methods for preserving the food materials. So let's see the common methods. The first method is chemical method. That is, salts and edible oils are the common chemicals generally used to check the growth of microorganisms. It means by using these salt and edible oils, we can control the growth of microorganisms in food. Therefore, they are called preservatives. And by adding salt or acid preservatives to pickles to prevent the attack of microorganisms, it means in our home we use different kind of pickles like mango pickle, tomato pickle, so we can use throughout the year. So by adding these preservatives like salt, edible oils or acid preservatives, these preservatives can control the growth of microorganisms. And some other chemicals like sodium benzoate and sodium metabisulfate are common preservatives. These are also used in jams and squashes to check their spoilage. It means to control the growth of microorganisms. So the first method is chemical method, and the next one is preservation by common salt. So by adding salt, common salt have been used to preserve meat and fish for ages. Meat and fish are covered with dry salt to check the growth of bacteria. It means by adding salt to the meat and fish, we can control the growth of bacteria. And salting is also used to preserve amla, raw mangoes, tamarind. Salting is also used to preserve for long-term storage of amla, raw mangoes, tamarind. We should use salt. They also check the growth of bacteria. That salting process is also check the growth of bacteria. And the next method is preservation by sugar. Jams, jellies and squashes are preserved by sugar. Sugar reduces the moisture content. So if the moisture content is decreases, what would be happen? Definitely the growth of bacteria also decreases. So it reduces the spoiling of food. So by adding a large quantity of sugar into jam, jellies and squashes, which reduces the moisture content. So thereby inhibit the growth of microorganisms. So this is one of the method. And the next one is preservation by oil and vinegar. Use of oil and vinegar prevents spoilage of pickles because bacteria cannot live in such a environment. It means these conditions are not suitable for bacteria. By using oil and vinegar, and not only pickles, vegetables, fruits, fish and meat are often preserved by this method. By adding oil and vinegar, we can store vegetables, fruits, fish and meat. So this is also one type of preservation method. And then heat and cold treatments. Boiling kills many organisms. We know that at certain temperature, so many type of microorganisms are dead. And at the same time, low temperature also inhibit the growth of microorganisms. It means high temperature kill many organisms and low temperature also inhibit the growth of microorganisms. Best example, pasteurized milk. Pasteurized milk can be consumed without boiling as it is free from harmful microorganisms. So we can take the pasteurized milk directly without boiling. Why? Because the milk is heated to about 700 degrees centigrade for 15 to 30 seconds and then suddenly chilled and stored. By doing this process, the growth of microorganisms will be prevented. This process was discovered by Louis Pasteur. The process is called pasteurization. So pasteurization means the milk is heated at about 700 degrees centigrade for 15 to 30 seconds and then suddenly chilled and stored. So by this process, it prevent the growth of microorganisms, and that process is called as pasteurization, and this process was discovered by Louis Pasteur. So we can drink the raw pasteurized milk without boiling. It is free from harmful microorganisms. So this is also a type of treatment, heat and cold treatment. And then storage and packing. These days dry fruits and even vegetables are sold in sealed airtight packets to prevent the attack of microorganisms. So nowadays we can store fruits and vegetables with a airtight packets to prevent the growth of microorganisms. So that is about storage and packing. So that is about food preservation. Thank you. I hope you understand this class. If you want to see more videos in my channel, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.